That was a super nice car. Oh, don't see many Ferraris here by the Rockies. Hey YouTube, how you doing? It's been a while. Figured I'd bang off a little video for you. Something's been pissing me off. Not much pisses me off when it comes to comics. I know everybody gets really upset about everything all the time, and some people have a right to, some should just shut up. Kurt and I and Alonzo and I, all my partners, whoever I work on to make entertainment, we're not political, so I'm not going to talk about that, don't worry. But I am going to talk about the manga thing that's going on, manga. Because now I'm splitting my time between Japan and Canada. But, just about lived in Japan for almost 10 years straight. And, still probably going to end up there. But listen to me real clear, okay? I'll tell you a story about how I learned about manga. Because, even though I've been in Japan, I'm not that big of a fan. There's some that I really, really like. It's like Japanese TV, right? Every once in a while something comes on, it just blows me away, but 95% of it eludes me. It's for a very specific audience, which is what we should remember. But years ago when I started living with my wife, she's Japanese, I went to the comic book shop and she went to this place called Book Off, and she brings back manga, and I think, oh boy, I'm super lucky to be with this lady who is, a comic book reader. And I'm sitting there, I think it was at the Dark Avengers time. So I'm just sitting there reading. I'm just reading my books. My wife goes, hey, what's your book about? And I said, oh, well, all these villains are pretending to be heroes. And Henry, Green Goblin's leading now the Avengers. I tell her this whole story about, capes. She goes, oh, that's really good. I go, what are you reading, baby? And she goes, oh. And here's the thing, okay? She goes, oh. This is a manga, this is an OL manga about a lady named Liko, and she works in an office, and she has a boss that she doesn't get along with, and there's a little bit of a romance going on with a coworker, and she's got a stalker that's kind of making her insecure. I'm like, what? Wow, okay, that's when it hit me. And keep in mind, I love European comics. I got into European comics very, very early. I've read all the seminal stuff. That's probably, besides Western comics, my greatest influence is the influence of European comics. And that's another thing I think we should think about, right? Not only is there a huge difference in manga and Western comics, not only the subject matter, but like how they look, how they're made, how the teams are working. But, European comics, it's a huge, huge market, right? It's a massive market. So it's another thing that we don't talk about, right? is all that stuff happening. Morning. I'm walking I'm going to be traveling soon, so I got to get all this COVID stuff. But, why aren't we talking about that, being involved? And, people are saying, oh, the market's dead. Listen. Especially Kurt and I, we've been really looking at it because we both did the pitch and bitch and get published. My first series, Raygun, you can get it at Comixology. It's on sale now. It's a great book. People are always saying, oh boy, there's nothing that can compete with manga. It's $150 right now in Comixology. Seriously, go pick it up. It's called Raygun. 6 issues. Matthew Baker finds Nikola Tesla's Raygun. It's a crazy great story. Lots about family, lots of great battles. Anyway, there's one thing that can happen. But yeah, look to European. There's so many publishers now. Look at AWA Upshot. I know I've said about it, I've talked about it before, but geez, guys, they're fantastic. Really out there ideas, funny books. They got a teen book called Erratic. That's amazing. Check it out. There's other stuff out there. The industry isn't dying. It's everything is changing because of digital. Everything is changing because of COVID. Everything is changing, and it's only people who can't change that are going to be most affected. And it's like if you get to a certain age when you're working, and if you've been in a company that got bought out or was going bankrupt or wasn't doing as well as it could do, the people who are used to change, they see the exits. They feel the ship sinking. But they don't quite abandon it. They just go to a different port with the ship. They start taking on new cargo. They start going to different jobs. They start learning different skills. Comics are always going to be around. And I don't even want to comment on the DC and Marvel shit, because they're so far gone from the whole rest of the industry, and they know it. I just hope they continue. I hope things pick up. I hope, because I love those comics. I love those characters, and I can't see them not being made from those companies. I'm sure the characters will always be around, but, do you just want Batman on fucking bed sheets? Because that's what you're going to get if you keep splitting the audience, having these stupid arguments about, sales numbers, and just trying to drag it down. People started complaining, a few years ago, about how certain things were killing the industry, and now they're actively trying to kill the industry. And I'm sure a lot of people right now are feeling a lot of bait and switch kind of feelings, but I don't know. We all got to give it up. Manga's not American Western comics. It's not. It's totally different. It's all niche. It's about OLs, office ladies with stalkers. It's not about soups. European comics can be about anything. They have 54-page volumes, which is something we'll talk about later, because Alexander and I are looking at different channels for New Age and the Barnes, which we should have sketches for, and I'm going to start talking to, maybe I'll try to get on some podcasts or whatever. Promo's hard, but I like talking to people about comics. That's why I made this channel. That's why I'm talking to you. I just don't want people feeling bad, I always try to stay positive, and now they're arguing about something that's not even an argument. And it's just who can burn down the house before, they leave first. And we shouldn't do that. It's over. The fight's over. There's no more fight. Let people with social justice consciousness make their books, and they're going to succeed or fail. Let other people make whatever they want, and it'll succeed or fail. But we don't have to actively try to kill the other person. According to all these people who are fighting, it's separate audiences anyway, right? So what do you care? Either join and everybody gets together. Let's just enjoy this medium. Let's try to help each other and promote each other. Doesn't matter. Look at the people as people, and then look at their work. Hear their voices and appreciate it as a voice different than your own. It doesn't have to be yours, Anyway, I really hope everybody that's reading my books or following this channel, not many, but I love all you guys. This is awesome. I like having an outlet, especially the last 6 months I've been here all by myself. I'm literally haven't seen my kids in almost 6 months, and people who know me, they know that this was, look at me. I lost 25 pounds just from anxiety, but I did it, and everything's set up. But I guess that story is for another time. All right. Peace out. Take it easy, peeps.